I joined the military in 1958. After basic training, I decided to go to airborne training, which is parachute school. Then I went to Ranger training, and afterwards I decided to start in the medical, and I became a basic medical corpsman. After completing all my training, I was assigned to 1st 82nd Airborne Division, and then was reassigned to the 1st Special Forces Unit, which was actually stationed in Okinawa. I got discharged in Okinawa, was assigned and got a passport, and was assigned to United States Operation Mission to Thailand as a civilian insurgent. My particular assignment was on the Thai, Cambodian, Laotian borders. I mean, I could walk to Laos in the morning and walk to. One guy I remember came in and he had a spot on his hand that he was really concerned with. And upon examination, I realized that he had like about 60% capacity of his lung and consolidation, and liver was probably down to his belly button, and there were lots of serious chronic problems. And I started to try to address that with him. He said, I don't want to talk about that. That's not important. I want to know if you can't do something about this spot on my hand, I don't need you, And he just put on his backpack, probably 100 pounds, and trekked off up the mountain. But my mission there was public health and psychological warfare, and preparing the people of the rural areas to not be infiltrated with the communist regime. It was an interesting assignment, because basically when I got there, I found there was no communist influence in Laos, Cambodia, and that area of northern Thailand. The only influence was with the opium traders, and the opium trails they ran the country, so it was an interesting encounter that I had to live with through there.
here and then they come back later. So this is a exhibition section here. In here, so we're showing lots of.
Because we know that there is a lot of unexploded ordnance that remains in Laos that was dropped by the U.S. military. We know that that ordnance does, there are explosions and people are hurt. There are a lot of disabilities caused by those explosions. So it's the idea of working and training people to be first responders to manage patients after accidents. And so this is the program that we are rolling out at the colleges of health science and then also at the district hospital level. It's important to note that we take our direction from the Ministry of Health, and so we ask them what types of training they would like. So from the very beginning, we have done ultrasound training, and we donate ultrasounds, small ultrasounds that can be used in more remote areas.
A medical assistant or PA, right? So in a Lao context, who worked in a health dispensary, needs to be able to do pharmacy, immunization, injection, prenatal care, all of this, because that's basically, there may be 3 to 5 of them in one particular, one health dispensary.
So you're almost getting these people up to PA level just by continued training.
Yes, we are now negotiating a new MOU, and we'll be negotiating to work with individuals, healthcare providers from rural hospitals who are mid-levels, who have a lot of experience in the field and then need to improve their skills.
Mm-hmm. So how far does the person have to go to get medical care?
City area easier, right? So, but in rural area, you can, the road is not accessible by car, so that people have to walk. So if you have a medical emergency, for example, like obstetric emergency, they have to carry village. People have to carry them.
Did you have patients here?
Well, I just told my family that when I come back from Samanakhet Friday that evening, I'm gonna do a presentation on how to prevent, and then because really unfortunately, a few family members already have diabetes. This is a big thing, right? Big things that for Lao people that when I was here for public health, that wasn't a big deal at all. But with now that people are
more westernized.
Westernized, you see all the food coming in, and then the knowledge about what's good for health, they kind of lag behind. Same thing, when what I saw in Guam, So there is really big problem here. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm telling them to tell friends, to tell anybody to come. So I'm gonna do that, kind of small talk to them about that. And that is something too, I really think in the future, to come back more and stay longer, would be focused on really educating people on this part too. This
That's
is
why
more like
the
big
PA model works well here, though, because it's more the primary care, work on cardiovascular disease, including diabetes and hypertension.
right. So yep, absolutely.
They're just like the rest of the world. They have problems.
Yep.
So how is it coming back and teaching in your country?
Oh, coming home, right? Coming home. I grew up here. Finished my high school here. I finished my medical training in China, but then I did come here to work. And after my public health training in the States, I came back here. That's when I worked for WHO and also AUSAID. That's just like a USAID version of the Australian government. So this is really home. All of my family is all here. I'm the only one in the States, and my friends. So coming home, it's Laos has changed quite a lot since I moved. To 2004. Some, more, I would say more open, but still, as you can see, the bureaucracy is pretty heavy still. that we still have to work through, but definitely more open than before. Even when I worked here, 2001, 2002, 2003. So, but yeah, coming home to Lao food.
To Lao food, yeah. Yes, that's the biggest thing you miss. Yeah, it's good food. Yeah.
Yeah, good food. Yeah.
I always hang out with Campo because she always knows where the good food is.
Good street food, right?
Yeah, we eat street food together. I think you showed me your favorite noodle place one time in Luang Prabang.
Yeah.
Now I can't stop going there. It's my favorite place.
Yeah, it's my favorite place to go. Yeah, it's good.